It's that time of the month again. My butcher box has arrived. If you've been following the vlogs, you know I'm always in the kitchen, cooking up balanced meals and keeping things nutritious to stay strong and fit in our fabulous 40s. Nutrition is the foundation of my fitness routine. And as you know, I'm all about balance, not calorie counting. So in today's video, we are unboxing my butcher box together. You will get a peek at all the high quality proteins I stock up on to support our protein-rich, feel-good lifestyle. If you are new here, nice to meet you. I'm Luciana. I don't like to tell you what to do or what to eat. I share my life with you so you can be inspired to live a healthy lifestyle. But if you already know me, you know one of my rules: protein first. Protein is super important for me, for our household. We always make sure that we eat enough protein, actually more than enough, that we eat a lot of protein. And not all proteins were created equal, neither the meats. So for us, it's also important that the source is good. If you follow my vlogs, if you follow my channel, you know that I buy almost everything that we eat from Costco. I go to Costco almost every week and I show everything here. So if you are not a subscriber yet, here is a good reason to do so. So you can see all my Costco hauls and all my features butcher box hauls. Although I get salmon, shrimp, eggs, and sometimes different meats from Costco, most of our meat that we consume every month comes from our butcher box subscription. And we don't change it a lot. It's pretty much the same every month, but I decided to share with you so you can see exactly what we receive each month here, and it's the base of our diet here. Where should I start? Let's start by the poultry. Usually we get 3 different cuts of chicken. Not cuts because one it's the whole chicken, but you get the idea, right? First, we get chicken thighs, skinless and boneless chicken thighs. Chicken is one of the best proteins that you can get. Of course, chicken breast is the best of the best because it's lean. It has more protein for fat, so you would get more for your bucket, I would say. But to be honest, I don't like chicken breast that much. I think it's dry. Well done is tasty, I would say. When you have a good sauce, I like it, but I have to admit that on a daily basis, for me, it's not the easiest protein to cook for me. And I love chicken thighs, so I get chicken thighs. And if you are not new here, you know that I have this concept of a ruler. On one end of the ruler, we have the most convenient and the least healthy option that you can have. Here we include processed food, takeouts. On the other hand, we have the perfect world, and in between we have the sweet spot. It's a spot that you find that it's comfortable for us to maintain a healthy lifestyle and yet be happy, you know? Even though it's not the perfect scenario, it maintains us healthy. So that's why I get chicken thighs, because I compromise and I prefer to have chicken thighs because I like more. But yeah, from time to time, I make chicken breasts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 packages. I don't know exactly how many. Yeah, 4 packages of chicken thighs. And we get 2 packages of chicken drumsticks. Of course, it's not chicken wings, but sometimes I make them as if it was. If you already follow my vlogs, you know that on Friday nights, instead of cooking dinner, I make appetizers so we can eat watching TV, watching a movie. And I like to prepare those. Sometimes I bread them with my sourdough bread. I make in the air fryer. I make a few adjustments to make them healthier, to make like a appetizer, like a tasty appetizer, but healthy. If you are curious, I'm gonna leave the link here to one of those vlogs where you can find that recipe. It's delicious and it's still healthy. And the best part, you don't feel like you are compromising at all. To finish with the chicken, I like to get a whole chicken. There are a lot of advantages of getting a whole chicken. First, it's cheaper. I think it's the cheapest chicken you can get, a whole chicken. Secondly, you have different parts that are going to please different people. As I said, I don't like the chicken breast that much. My husband does. So usually I eat the thighs, he eats the breast, and we are all happy. So that is that. And because they are different, you can eat them on different days and feel like you are eating different meats. One thing that I love doing here, I roast the whole chicken once a month and I have dinner for 2 or 3 nights without having to cook again. And it's not boring because we have different meats every day. So that's a good tip. Then we have our fish. Usually we got 2 cod fillets. I like to use this cod to make fish and chips. Of course, a healthy fish and chips. If you didn't watch, I showed it here on the vlogs many times how I make healthy fish and chips, and I love to use this cod for that. Actually, a few weeks ago, I made a fish cake that was divine. That's a word that comes to my mind when I think about those fish cakes. I think I'm gonna make them again. We also get salmon burgers. Disclaimer here, this is processed, so it's not the best scenario, but we like to have them because they are easy to cook, they are fast. So when I don't have time to cook, when I have to prepare something, but I still want to have protein, of course, we have those. And actually, I mean, they are processed, but they are still better than beef burgers, which I love, by the way, and I eat them from time to time, of course. Homemade burgers, always. But of course, the fat from the salmon is a better one. And then we have our beef. We eat a lot of beef. We love beef. I'm a Brazilian Canadian, and in Brazil, we eat a lot of beef, and I believe we eat more than here. It's our culture. In Brazil, it's pretty common to eat beef like many times a week. Even steak. Actually, we eat a lot of steak there, especially because they are cheaper than here. Here, we don't eat as many steaks as there. First, because of the price here is way expensive to be eating every day. And of course, it's not the healthiest thing to do to be eating beef every day. So we eat usually once or twice a week, but if I have to say, it's my favorite. It's my favorite meat. So we get grass-fed ground beef. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packages of grass-fed ground beef. And I'm so sorry, I forgot one of the fish. We also get 2 tuna steaks that we usually prepare on a Saturday night. We love to make them because they are light for a Saturday night. Yet you can prepare a variety of recipes with those that are more sophisticated, or you can get creative, I would say. And that's perfect for a Saturday night dinner. At least for us, that's what we envision about a Saturday night dinner. And here, my favorite item from this box, steaks. We always get 2 strip loin steaks because we love them. It's a treat, of course. I wouldn't say it's healthy to be eating them every day. A lot of saturated fat here. Well, let's address fat. We should be careful with saturated fat. There are no conclusive study, I would say, that points that you shouldn't eat saturated fat, but there's this advice that I got a few years ago, and I think it's the best one, it's the wiser one. So take a look on your most recent blood work, and if your cholesterol levels are fine, you can continue eating the same amount you are eating right now. Don't eat more because there is no benefit on eating more, but if your levels are fine, that means that you are eating on a normal level. Of course, if they are bad, you should avoid them. And also, of course, we should be redoing blood tests from time to time and always checking. As soon as your cholesterol levels go up, you should be more careful. If they are fine, you can do the same level that you eat today. Don't eat more, but you don't have to worry about eating less just because you think you are going to make improvements to your health by eating less when you don't need to eat less. By the way, I'm actually a nutritionist, so if you have any questions about nutrition, you can leave in the comments. I'm gonna answer each one of you. Of course, besides meat, I have to buy groceries. And here you have the playlist of all my healthy grocery hauls, so you can have an idea, not that you can have an idea, you can know exactly what I buy to stay fit in my 40s.